Disco Elysium time, once again. Which has been going, I would say, pretty well.
The story continues.
So when we last left our heroes, I think we're actually going into day 3. We just left Kim.
Yeah.
The bed is comforting.
We had found a bullet.
A bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
But we had basically finally worked over Titus and Clausier enough to get information on a one Ruby who basically set up the whole fake lynching.
Yeah.
And then it was like...
That's the big thing. We've learned that the lynching is actually a cover for an assassination.
Yes. And it's not clear who did the assassination. Our next link is a person named Ruby.
We have motive for her to have skipped town and she's gone. She hasn't told the Hardy Boys where she went.
We don't know that she's guilty, but she knows something.
Right.
And we need to talk to her for sure.
It is really suspect that she had a plan to cover for this. Oh, no, don't go to sleep yet. We should review a little bit.
Yeah, we also have a level up point.
It's really suspect that Ruby had a plan to cover up the murder right after the murder happened. Like, minutes after the murder happened.
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
Also, there's something we could do right now that we don't have to do with Kim. I don't think would matter.
Hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face.
What are you talking about?
Which is, there was a thing, so I was watching a early stream of this game. Like, so early, I was like, there will be no spoilers here. And there was a world-building dialogue with Joyce that I stopped at because I heard one piece of it that we didn't cover.
Okay.
And it was the most batshit insane thing in the world. So it was like, maybe we should go really quickly talk to Joyce if we can.
I mean, she might be asleep. It's 10. It's after 10.
Let's give it a shot. And if not, come back the next day.
Where do you want to put that point?
That's a good question. Electrochemistry.
We've learned that pressing towards certain things in Disco is actually dangerous.
A little bit.
Advantageous, but the more they pop up, the more they can make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to generalize, but not too hard.
Yeah. Shivers has been cool to us.
Yeah,
I like Shivers.
I'd go for Shivers 8. Can you map from here?
Because, yeah. And it might not even be one of the check questions, but she said something that was so absolutely bunk. I was like, well, let's stop and then go see if we can't recreate this conversation with Joyce.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know. I've deliberately not told you. And I haven't seen the whole tree of it. If she's not here, we'll just come back tomorrow. Joyce! How's it hanging? Are you down here? Are you sleepy?
No, she left.
Oh, she's just not even on the fucking...
The boat's not here. Alright, so much for that.
Okay. I'll have to go back to the waterfront a little bit. Tomorrow, then. Oh, it'll be a day 4 excursion. Here by the whirling and rags. I presume this plaza will be good enough. Map. Alright. We found a bullet. Maybe it's our bullet. Maybe it's flipping.
It's getting cold.
Alright. Time for another horrible night as Harry Dubois.
The bed is comforting. If a bit run down, still, you've earned a rest. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning. Tell me, am I dancing?
Dreaming.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind.
Oh, dream, yeah.
The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices. The colors, Duke, the colors.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsake.
That's not fair. I didn't collect any gum wrappers.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right.
I am? Or what if I want to be the agent
Of nothing.
Is Harry happy with what he's doing, or does he want to forget?
Ooh. Well, definitely wanted to forget.
He wanted. Does he still want it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because you didn't pick I Want to Forget from that last choice.
Yeah.
So I feel like our Harry is getting back on his feet.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the lane
Hello.
again. I just know you will.
It's a murder
And
mystery.
for that, brother man.
We're in pretty deep, so if you want to avoid spoilers, now you probably should avoid our stream.
It's good to see you, Tavi. Yeah, this is a very good game. It's very well written. It is a murder mystery, so if you want to, it's possible there be spoilers. Also, content warnings is very yes.
Yeah, pretty much everything has happened in this game so far.
Yes, and it covers a lot.
For the working class.
Hi.
Solving your little
Hell yeah.
puzzles.
Communism.
Doing your tasks. Crossing names
Building
off
communism
lists.
for all.
Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building
Building
communism for all. Or
This
forget politics, I'll never
this-
sleep if I keep on
This time we won't fail.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
Comrade Johnny Bravo strikes
He's
again.
got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind.
Yeah, Shivers.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
3 hours of sleep is better than night one, where he got basically nothing.
Yeah, we've actually been improving in sleep.
Yeah.
Is this where the withdrawal hits us?
+2.
Rise and shine, comrade.
Yes,
it's
it
time
is.
to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh. Organization hasn't exactly been your strong suit, historically speaking.
I thought the shack was nice and cozy as is. Or I'm ready, let's get to it.
I'm ready, let's get to it,
must
comrade.
seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
I like that. That's double the communism.
But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground. They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives.
I like the cut of your jib for once, rhetoric.
Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion?
Maybe. Or probably not.
Maybe.
Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Will they help me fire up Mazov's
A
socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
I don't know if I want to go searching for mole people.
They're not mole people. They're your comrades in the eternal class struggle. It's your task to find and join them.
How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
You must mean my
Nose.
nose.
Is it my nose?
Yes.
Sorry.
Fortunately, communists are known to have a very distinct smell.
What does communism
Communism smell like?
Failure.
Wow. Okay, but what does failure smell
It's
like?
a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic.
Oof. That's vivid.
People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise, but you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
So, perception, or...
You could also just look for more tangible evidence of communist activity. Images of Krasmazov and White Antlers are usually a dead giveaway.
What do I do once I establish contact?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Alright, let's get to it.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Groovy.
Task accepted.
Disco time. Kim, you're my new co-communist. We should talk about the bullet we found. Hold still a second, try to smell Kim!
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as we lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade. He smells like a man, a perfectly normal man. Wait, there's something there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter. The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle. Strange, you're not getting any strong ideological whiffs from the lieutenant.
He's a cop, of course not.
Do you need something, detective?
I was just wondering what brand of aftershave you
It's
use.
nothing fancy, just plain old Tiger Super Special. Are you thinking of, you know?
Do you think I should?
The lieutenant considers your mutton chops for a long moment. A slight grimace crosses his face.
Sorry, I'm really no expert on this sort of thing. Was there something else you wish to discuss?
Nothing. Let's go talk to Joyce. And also, maybe Joyce will be a comrade, but almost certainly not.
I really doubt it.
I really not. I'm pretty sure
She specifically told us herself that she is not anymore.
and also, I think she literally described herself as bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
So she understands, like, no, it's her moment has passed.
Yeah. She traded ideals for a boat. But we actually did see a communism symbol.
Yeah, in the apartment building.
Yep.
There. Do you smell that?
Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
What do you smell? Nothing. Or at least nothing in particular. As far as you're concerned, your nose seems to be purely decorative. Absolute rubbish. Your politico-olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you. The smell is coming from that balcony over there.
You mean from Cindy?
Certainement. A precocious communist.
Yes.
A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters. A chance to establish contact with the future. What a beautiful, terrible thought.
Oh, Joyce left.
Whoa, that's a problem.
Went to the village on the coast.
Oh.
Oh, so she moved. Okay.
Oh, she's on the guy. Oh, okay.
Alright, well, we can look for the communism symbol while we're here.
And also for Candace, or... It was... one of these, I think.
I think it's that one.
You hear someone walking around inside,
Yes.
rearranging the furniture. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a
Wait.
closet.
No,
Oh.
wrong line.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Alright.
Later then, entering this door seems a physical challenge. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Thanks, Logic.
Alright, upstairs I
Oh no,
guess.
it's this one, because it's got the antlers.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Oh, right, you need to put the tool in your hand.
Yes. And also we have now interfacing gloves.
This
What
door
about the
has been
interfacing
closed
gloves?
with a padlock. A
Yeah, we have
chalk-drawn
them on.
number on
Oh,
the
you do?
board says, number
Oh, it's still
11.
locked. We don't have new interface. Okay. Yeah, the gauntlets, the body armor gauntlets are better interfacing, I
Oh,
think.
they are? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, +2 interfacing.
Huh.
Okay, we have to unlock it.
Never mind.
We can upgrade interfacing at some point. And then...
I think it's the other
Oh, you're right.
staircase.
It's the other balcony. I wonder if her rhetoric told her the same thing. It's that police officer? You detect communism from the police officer? That seems...
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Hey, sister, let's talk oh, she finished... That wasn't there, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Heck yeah.
And what do you know about politics?
I'm searching for a bunch of mole people.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
Hell yeah.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk that ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban,
Who's Steban?
a right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Do you know where to find him?
I might.
Will you tell me?
No.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Just tell me what you want me to
A
do.
wicked grin extends across her face. A laughing skull. Death hilarious. This is gonna be bad.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
With gusto.
Oh, oink, oink.
Wow. That was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time.
A cool, damp feeling
Damn.
ripples through you. You realize you needn't have rolled over quite so easily.
But I did.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of. Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight.
Alright.
Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Why do I feel like there's
That's
a
the
catch?
catch.
Oh, smart pig. Because there is. See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
But you're not going to tell me, are you?
Why would I? That would be so boring. Now, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then.
What?
Figure it out from someone else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful...
Okay,
I
it's the same.
haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right... Yeah? Thanks.
Alright. So now, Joyce. It's not the dumbest morale point we've lost.
No.
We lost 2 on that locked door. I'm guessing this doesn't count as waterfront enough. Damn. Damaged Ledger has a thing? Damaged Ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
What you
Oh,
found?
and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Oh, can I read the case files now?
Yes, at last. You find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural.
Weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And Harry Dubois.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harrier Dubois. HDB.
I think what you meant to say was R.A.C. Raphael Ambrosius Gusteau.
Or, fine, then I give up on Raphael.
Will Harry finally give up?
I think so.
That's comforting to hear. My detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together, if you still want to. Here are your options.
Oh, so it's a reading thing if we want.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's not waste time right now.
I can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Inspect the clip?
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. Your kill counts. Yours will sure have your kill count.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Oh.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand.
Comparing the two
It's
notebooks.
a sorry sight.
Eh.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick
It's
and
not
heavy in your
A4, it's
hand.
U4.
U4.
Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Is there?
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Like paper? Like did get
The
damaged?
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know.
What did you say the color was?
Blue.
Oh.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Oh, we found them.
Sure.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide it open.
Slide that baby
without
open.
resistance or sound. The two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Pick up the ticket stubs.
2
Wait,
octopuses
fucking
are
kill
smiling,
yourself, you
reaching
asshole?
their tentacles
Whoa.
toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Kim!
Pick up the card.
Well, I'm confused what this means, but...
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Is it a communist?
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it'll make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let's go.
Ooh. Shiver says
No,
that.
no, hold on to it.
What was that?
Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold,
Yeah, we got it.
persistent chill. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Oof.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark.
Oh, wow, did we
Small
read it?
white dots
So...
appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Oh, no.
No. Hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything alright?
Fall sideways. Whoa. This is maybe the latest title card ever.
There is nothing.
Oh no!
Again.
Again, okay.
Oh, for a
Nothing?
second I-
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
Just lie there,
For a
passed
second
out.
there, I thought that we
almost
died.
nothing.
Yeah.
There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
The basal ganglia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so, yeah.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Wait, Harry's eyes are green.
No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Where's Voyager Road?
Was that the X something? Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Is that the X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was
That's
beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Seawater?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Alright, drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Wait, Cooper,
That's the make
car,
of the car.
What happened?
Burnout.
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital.
How long was I
Then you
out?
came to. 10 minutes, maybe.
I'll tell Kim the truth.
That does sometimes happen.
Ledger of failure and hatred.
Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this
Let's
case.
solve this case, baby. But we're gonna find communism on the way. What do we get?
White morning.
So something about you're passed down the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. Little man's forgotten its name, still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, bottle of Commodore Red. Puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait, why am I thinking about this?
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kinema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look.
Puts the loco back in locomotion.
Very
cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's packing in there?
130.
Oh, shit.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12.
Oh yeah,
That's- hell yeah,
interfacing is
interfacing.
your inner car mail.
7.2. Supercharged.
Oh, it's trying to suppress his smile unsuccessfully.
The fine
machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
There's gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the contours.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
Make it more imposing? No.
Yeah.
Kim would never do that.
Anything else?
So Kim is also...
Who are these dudes hanging out by the car?
Hey, fools! What's up?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
And Kim takes threats directed at his car very seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Yeah, they complimented his car.
Yeah.
See, you kids are into
A Nordic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Why?
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
Good, I like those. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's conflict all of a sudden.
Actually,
it's too much.
Number one would definitely be a physical instrument check.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Oh, Kim.
Wow.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking.
Kim, hang on, bud.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit? Mm-hmm.
Well, talking with you has definitely been something.
Let's see if Joyce is down here.
Yeah, well, actually, okay, there is something I forgot that I also wanted to do today. And first, pawn shop.
Oh, right. You gonna get rid of that shot football?
I should probably get rid of the shot football.
It doesn't seem to do anything else.
Or do we need the gun now that we've used it to prove a thing? Or both. We could get rid of both.
You're not gonna pawn your gun again, are you?
Not my gun,
Oh.
the broken
Good
gun.
morning to you. How may I be of service?
Early bird gets the worm, huh?
Perhaps I just like being awake for the transition between night and morning, bearing witness to the first hints of light on the horizon.
Yeah, makes sense for him.
Sure.
Yep.
Let me have a look.
I have some armor. Oh, God.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Pepperbox pistol, that's yours.
That's ours. Wait, there's surely more than this.
Are they key items and they can't be pawned?
This has a 0 value. Wait. Oh, I bet I know. It's, Wait, hang on.
Anything else you're
What?
thinking of
Oh,
selling?
okay, now different things appear.
The antique Bell McGraw rifle, like, we might not need that anymore.
Probably not. You got a real gun now. The postcards don't seem to be doing very much for you.
Yeah. Oh, we also got the blue. We got the formaldehyde.
No, that could be useful.
Yeah.
Eventually. Shot football.
To sell such beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin, though.
You feel like you should belong to this, but no. What use for a shot?
Physical instrument.
Another time, perhaps.
We have enough money for what I need money for.
What is it? Oh, right. How silly of me. I almost forgot.
I've been thinking about this for like 5 days. We're buying Kim a D&D set. It's gotta be interactable. Hello?
What?
The map is just black. Oh, now it's not. It was totally black, though.
Maybe it had to load.
Kim, we're buying you D&D. Come on. And then Joyce. Board game?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
You literally tried to hypnotize me with a pendant.
Yeah, and also put weird talismans on your door. Lady.
Can you inspect it in your inventory?
That's what I'm thinking. Yes.
A high-pasternal, fantastique populaire board game, illustrated with bucolic vistas and featuring odd-looking humanoid creatures. It's the 3rd edition mega setting supplements module and can't be played without the main game.
large letters on the front form a title. Wirral. The colorful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids. Some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings.
Examine the box.
Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel adds, a sword and sorcery adventure board game. with new maps and miniatures.
Look at the
A
back.
blurb on the back reads, "Tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? Escape to Wirral. Leave behind Isolas and nations with their petty squabbles. Discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets.
Acquire
Succumb
currency.
to a world of high pasternal fantastique.
Tastique.
Unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Wirral. Can your band of adventurers save the world?"
Yes, we were ready to take on the challenge.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maps, unfold the illustrated game board, and start rolling dice. In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful magics to aid your quest.
Magics.
Don't forget heated arguments escalating to physical confrontation.
Hell
with your
yeah,
friends.
drama.
And beer. Lots of beer.
Hell yeah, electrochemistry.
And most importantly, never forget to rage quit if the dice don't go your way. You pry open the box. Inside you find a folded up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figurine.
Look at the die.
It's made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motifs.
Look at the map.
A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, "Lands of Wirral." The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names, in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes, and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map.
Look at the booklet.
A quick guide to the magical races of Wirral. Create your own hero, choosing from any of these completely unique and fantastical
Hell yeah.
backgrounds. The options are in order of importance. The Welkin, the Tweog, the humans, the fairy folk, and the pygmies.
The Welkin.
The
Welkin.
Welkin, tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight. The Welkin come with a variety of exciting sub-races. High Welkin, Forest Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do.
Read about the Dwarger.
A grand race of industrious mountain
Okay,
people.
yep.
They're
Sure.
short, stout, and muscular, and enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals. They're also well versed in the art of combat, where they prefer to use axes and hammers. The Tweog also come in a few different sub-races. Hill Tweog,
Shield Tweog.
and Dark Tweog. They're just humans. What else is there to tell? They're average in all stats, and jacks of all trades.
Yep.
A very small race of flying people, known for being mischievous, full of trickery. They often lure people into their magical traps. There are no sub-races for the fairies.
Pygmies.
The least popular of the Wirral races, the pygmies, are short, rotund, and dim-witted. Pygmies live in small villages made of shoddy wooden dwellings. They spend most of their days tilling the earth and smoking their pipes. There are no sub-races for the pygmies.
Take the die.
You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side.
Figurine.
You see a man in ragged clothes, wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm.
Huh, interesting. A communard.
A what?
A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution.
That doesn't
Some
sound
of
very
it
we're
we're
all
all
like.
like.
It is not. The communards are not a part of the game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging.
Does this mean we can't play?
I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene than anything else.
You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it. A colorful box with the title,
Aw, dang. I was really hoping it would have us play with Kim.
Well, there might be another piece of it later.
That's true.
Maybe if you find the real pieces for Whale, you might be able to play the game.
That's true.
Anyway, Joyce.
Joyce now. Yes. Oh, up here.
No!
I'm doing this for fast travel. Apology accepted. She's probably near the coast, right?
I think so.
She said something about the fishermen.
The village.
The village, yeah. Sword lady? Washer lady? Kids who don't like me?
Or sandcastle.
Yeah. Oh, no, fine. Is that some tear? No.
Just other trash. Not valuable trash.
Yeah. The spookiest church ever. Good, good. And she's in a boat, so presumably it has to be somewhere along the water.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that hard to find.
Plus, we need to be examining the coast anyway for ruby and for vantage points.
Yeah, there might be evidence of ruby around the coast that Hardy Boys theorize, but we don't know.
Right. And I don't think Titus is not cooperating with us at this point.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Oh, okay. I don't think we could have gone more east with the coast.
Maybe down southeast?
Yeah, I think I have to go around now. Down by like the weird boardwalk.
Or southwest?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because Joyce is probably thinking about like all of this as the village.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is all the village. You're still here looking at the building?
Trent and his boy are still here.
I don't know that that's how fire works. That's also not tear. Maybe closer to the canal?
Maybe.
Also, where's the boardwalk, I suppose? I feel like we should have passed the boardwalk. Or is that the boardwalk where the man got?
The boardwalk is where the man got, yeah.
Well, I know that. Is that the boardwalk where the man got?
No, it's further up, I think.
Can we look at this weird misaligned wall?
You see, a one.
Dang, that ladder's broken.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Oh, have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Joyce! Is there any... And this is where...
This is where you met the pigs.
Yeah. And that's where we had a fun phone call.
Oh, I guess she could be over with the kids in the tents?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Which is over this way, right?
No, I think it's like south of here. But then, oh, we didn't
Wanna
see
buy
this.
the
We didn't
church?
see this bit either, though. So. Okay, nothing here. Seagull.
Aha!
Detective, what do you think of that music? Riveting, isn't it?
There's no way she likes analytic music. Once I figure out how to get around this. Can I detect this orb from here? No. Harry Dubois is gonna go around to detect the orb. Harry, have a thought about the orb. Ponder the orb.
Nope. Orb is forever a mystery.
Please, Harry. How do I... The single perspective against the choppy areas is...
Yeah, that's not hot.
Like, that's where she was, though. Oh, wait, what? No, this is where she is. That other boat was a false boat.
I'll just keep the Cordelechi in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Okay.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
You're not building a roller rink here.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
True, but do we need to
We
say...
already know that.
How do I like it? It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
No.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
The place is doomed either way.
This is just how the real city... Say nothing.
She could easily just...
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The fishing village or the island?
The island?
No, the Insulindian Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion? That's so me.
That's so me.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now when we have time.
Do we?
Yes.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit.
Got more questions about reality.
I fear I've told you all I know. It's an Oranese map of the waterways.
Whoops.
Or some version of it. It depicts the sailor's soul would use it to fly back.
That's off of
Is
the
there
tattoos.
anything
That's
else
alright.
I can help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead.
Where
We're
are
in
we?
Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a
Just
disco
go hold
holdover
over myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Mention the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch. The Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was it built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Pretty much the center of the world?
Oh, we're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
To the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
Hang on.
We're in Martinez. Martinez, you would be excused for not knowing about it.
Okay.
Unimportant, they say. I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
Let's try this.
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia?
Preciso mundo.
And what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
It's a very forward way to describe your own part in this.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
So basically I'm a lackey of capital.
Thrall to foreign interests. One of the good guys. Going to avoid this subject and ask the next question in this line of inquiry.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial...
Kim, come on, you don't believe that.
Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
I mean, this place here?
This place is an unmarked micro-settlement on the coast of Martinez. It's lovely, really. I'm thinking of buying it.
Really?
Actually, yes. The thought did cross my mind when Mademoiselle Lillian over there told me about the fresh produce these women sell to restaurants on the Delta.
You both turn to consider the young woman. She's hunched over a net, methodically picking out ribbons of plastic.
This place could use a competent manager. There's so much to be done. But then I'll never get round to it, will I?
God, I hope not.
Doubtless I'll be off someplace keeping social classes from each other's throats.
Okay, I might
Let's
have to...
go back to the basics of reality, shall we?
It might be locked behind this, then.
You're looking for a particular conversation branch that we haven't seen yet.
We're in Martinez. Martinez is a you would be excused for not... I would be happy to.
Because she actually sort of
Glad to have
hinted
been of
on it
assistance.
there. She goes, you don't know what an Isola is. And I just assumed that Isola was a term for island.
Or
But
continent.
we're on an island. So what the fuck's an Isola?
Or a cluster. Is an Isola a cluster of islands?
Well, so I've heard the first part to that answer and then turned off the video because I was like, this is gonna be a thing. And when it comes time, we will conceptualize the fuck out of that conversation. Somehow. I don't think we have much in the way of conceptualization ability. We have one. Well, we'll come back to that later.
Anyway, Ruby, we should look for Ruby.
Yes, Ruby's the next thing.
It's still early on day 4.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
No,
Well,
that's
how
it.
can I assist you then, officer?
It's my motorcade in the sea, by the way.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that.
Ma'am.
That's great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Sire, she doth not believe it wasn't you.
Just we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all.
You know, I never thought about that, but yeah.
Maybe I
Why
should.
not? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Alright, I'm in. Organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
The smallest church in St. Solomon.
Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Ugh.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or...
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
Well, now I'm on board for this plan. I think that was over here.
Well, the motor carriage track?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over in this direction.
Seems the walker was very confused or drunk out of his mind. I want to have a funeral. Alright. So, things that we know. Not much. Ruby was probably here. She knows something, but isn't offering it. Ah, idiot doom spiral.
And Abby.
Don't call Abigail. We'll probably not have a super lot of information.
Tequila Sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Maybe?
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
And if anyone could tell me the tale, it would be a man named Idiot Doom Spiral.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
Sorry.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
I won't.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village. Their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset.
Yeah, looms.
Why not?
Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit.
Oh no.
Like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases. No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
Do we talk about in politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
And where did that put you, asshole?
Oh, fuck off. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Not the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability.
You want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
You tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral?
You got the Commodore
A
Red?
bottle for a story. Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
That's right. Getting a good run-in is important to maintaining your physical and mental health.
Thanks, Coach Physical Instrument.
Speaking of, when's the last time you did your laps pork chop.
You probably use a good one myself.
It helped, truly. With my trusty Sansaric Lycra tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets. So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
I would have landed on my feet.
reflexes.
No, you don't.
Fuck you, Sam. Fair.
Whatever. The point is, reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You gotta be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Maybe you were in the doomed commercial area.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
There's a black point in this world. Oh, it's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe you're another one of its victims?
This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my fault that I ended up homeless on the beach with these two bums. God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece Lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
What's with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
You really shouldn't touch it.
Doesn't admire it from far, thanks.
That might be the right idea. This here is one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly. Can't get it anymore. It was too primo, even for Grodd.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosemary. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them any time.
Smell wash jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
Where'd you lose it?
If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk, or walking along the beach, or checking out the abandoned fish market.
It's a lot of places.
Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. I'm all ears, Tequila. You too, Tequila Sunset.
I think I know what jacket it could be.
Yeah, so do I. Oh, can we go down here now?
Maybe. Hey, did you see Ruby? The other guy didn't, but...
Rosemary?
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss. Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now, I got everyone on my hook.
I'm already hooking for Kuno, I think.
Seriously? Are you?
I'm sorry, Cam. I just wanted to see if what happens if I say it.
Fine.
That was audio static? Okay.
That is... Hey, kids! You see a lady?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said
The
that.
stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
See any bad people around?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Children are stupid.
Children are stupid.
You're stupid.
Bye. Was Lily... It was in here.
No, Lily and the...
Well, there's Lily and I think the daughter was Lily?
Is it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Hello, mister.
Little Lily.
Okay.
Name Ruby?
Luby. Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. Do you know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Cool.
Bye.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be very productive.
Alright, well, sometimes kids see things.
Can you go down that road to the south now?
It didn't seem like it, but we can give it a shot. We got time. Oh. Nope.
No, nothing.
Nothing. We didn't actually ask Joyce, but... What would she know? Oh, the church. Rafterman will know.
Maybe?
The church has 2 potential witnesses, at least. Even though it's the Spookums. Actually, you know radio shit. Maybe we'll start with you.
Yes, what is it?
Say, a woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
The Swallow, you mean? What about it?
Oh, never mind.
Great. Thanks.
Alright, where are you?
Maybe you need to listen to the silence again?
Maybe. Stand in the center and...
Or maybe he only appears when she's gone to sleep.
Well, she wasn't asleep before. We did that in the middle of the day.
Or when she was gone.
I guess probably doesn't leave the church.
Probably not.
Well, there's a cell and her friends.
Question mark?
I mean, they seem like shitty friends.
Mm-hmm.
Has Egghead seen anything? Don't you just want to talk to Egghead and find out?
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us?
Gotta ask questions
Sure.
first.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Long shadows, short shadows, quiet shadows of local children, loud shadows drunks, and also a shadow made of sticks. You breathe on your hands for warmth.
What you're trying to do? That doesn't seem like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club, and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
More
My
about your
associates. I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean?
Must know something.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
What about you?
I don't provide information on them. Me? I'm a silver bird.
High above and to the east, the cold winds blow over the feathers of an early songbird. She lands on the stone ledge of a tall building, her beak a silvery grey.
Aha, okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all
Don't
this.
know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Can't ask about Ruby here.
Goodbye, officer. So you had a talk with Andre, and that's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my on.
Saw a sticker.
Sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
I mean this one.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it?
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool, but it's also more than that. Much more.
Noid is a bit disappointed. It's just cool.
thing is what's it supposed to be?
The dead guy smiling.
Why is the dead guy
He
smiling?
defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
He could also be drugged out of his mind.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. Or glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
I think we've exhausted the topic for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Goodbye, officer.
Hardcore!
We're close.
Oh, we're close.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a
The white, yeah! We're close. True, hard, full, it's hardcore! Skibbity, skibbity. We're close.
I want this maze.
Is
it?
Hardcore.
That's what I said last time? No.
Skibbity.
Ah, it is. Dang it. One more. I want one more
We're
chance
close.
at
True,
Egghead.
hard, it's
Is it?
hardcore. Skibbity, skibbity.
Oh no, that's just totally a dead end.
We're close. True.
So say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Alright.
Here comes the night. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car.
Nothing.
Hardcore.
Still saying nothing.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yep.
He furrows his brow.
Ah.
As his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer.
Alright. We've made progress on the most important of mysteries.
Who is left to ask around here?
I don't know.
There's Tiago and maybe the dock repairmen who fixed the gate.
Who?
The guys who fixed the water lock. Maybe they're still around? I doubt it, though.
This doesn't count as near the church, I guess. So what's new?
What a nice little figurine.
I mean, we could also look for a quote-unquote vantage point. That was something that was Titus recommended.
Radio tower?
The radio tower, yeah, that'd be a good one. Is this the Lost Jacket? Radio tower's up here. I think. Forgot that we can zoom out. And yeah, radio tower's here. Nope.
I can't do anything with this.
Yes?
Well, the washerwoman knows something
and won't say anything.
Yeah. Maybe we could try again.
We may as well give Doomfarrell his jacket back first, because you know that'll lead to progress.
Well,
that'll accomplish something.
Yeah. Except that the washer lady is on the way, so might as well do that.
Nothing has changed since then.
Well, let's just check. There might be like a fucking skill check. Takes like 2 seconds to say hello.
To say hello.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Bullet.
What can I help you with?
Oh, nothing's changed though,
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
So she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock.
Dogs? So room exactly she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Is there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
This is super helpful. What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
I think she left the bullet
How
there.
would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
Something I'd rather not think about.
That bad? Is it?
Does she have any technical equipment on her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieu she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
North?
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Sure she didn't go somewhere more
Pleasant and less wet?
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Oh?
Why?
Well, I mean, we're gonna do it.
Yes, but... Alright. Strange.
What's further down the
Not
coast?
much. Where's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity? It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses. Empty.
Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Got it. Thanks.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there. Just ghosts and vagrants. And teenagers making out.
Fair enough. It's filthy. No.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
We actually do just want to talk.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
What about that mural? Let's go find the secret.
Alright.
Oh.
I mean, it was always off kilter.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Impossible 20.
Listen to the wind.
Suddenly, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast.
What was I attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city. Whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
Yeah, to be fair, Shivers tends to do its best when we're not trying to use it, so...
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
Do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
If that fails, what if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
The door.
Yeah.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Nowhere?
Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
I mean, we could just re-roll
you
again
you got a point. You can put it into Shivers and try again.
Just fucking roll it right now.
Spin that Shivers dial. It's a pretty good power. I like it a lot.
Shivers has been good to us.
The once bright mural towers above you.
There we go.
There's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We looked everywhere else.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building.
It's a ladder next to the sign. Maybe we can climb it, enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
So that's the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
You got the gloves on.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190. I'm a giant.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
Inland Empire.
Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that.
What if I don't climb?
You know.
I just teleport.
Teleportation is not a thing.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh, yes.
Teleport to the roof.
All you have to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. Your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I didn't kill a teleport.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person. Never mind. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
That was great.
Kim, I did it! I teleported!
He just did it with his eyes shut. Trant is like, holy shit! He's doing it with his eyes closed!
So as long as we don't go below the building, we should be fine. Or we're gonna get shot.
Look, oh no, click.
What?
Oh, you had a thing to click.
Oh, click, I'll go back up. It's probably a Shivers moment, which has been good to us. Astral projection. Oh. That's pain threshold then, probably.
Yeah. I like how Inland Empire is not quite the evocative writing of Shivers. It is just like, the more it talks, the crazier it gets.
Yeah.
Martinez 98.
Alright, look for a way to get Kim in.
Open the front door first, I assume.
Presumably, I hope so. It doesn't have Kim here to tell us that, so... Whoops. Or maybe this is what we wanted?
Oh, no, you just came from here.
Oh, it was just a very unobvious staircase back up.
Oh.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
Did you even get there?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
So pedestrian.
Yes, yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
Kim, you risk your life because it's cool to do cigarettes in your mind.
You're just jealous that you can't teleport.
Yeah, I teleported you, fuckhead. I love you, Kim. You all right, mate? You all right?
Gary. Interstellar suit jacket.
Barbara, bring some biscuits. There's some Inland Empire shit happening in here.
A radio computer.
Logic, is it still available? Oh, footprints.
Feet prints. Like a detective do.
Do they?
You feel something, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling. You can almost smell.
Do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain.
A strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Hold on, you really don't feel anything?
No, but you are the sensitive one.
Glad you've put that together. I'm the sensitive one.
Somehow.
Feels strange.
Polar anorak.
Composure and shivers. That's a...
Why would shivers be up on the polar anorak? Isn't it supposed to keep you warm?
Maybe because it lets you be in the cold more versus what are we getting now? Esprit de corps and shivers?
I think those are going to be more useful right now.
Yeah, being able to mind meld with him.
Whoa! Your entire body is paralyzed.
Whoa!
This white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
You gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here.
Are you?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency.
Oh, it's a less lethal weapon. It's a noise. It's a noise cannon.
Yeah.
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the Pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
I think I'm putting it together.
Yeah. Forcing dimensions.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
This is the question I wanted to ask, actually, of
I think I've put it together, but ask anyway.
What is the goddamn Pale anyway?
It's the end of the world. I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Or death ray.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Been there, done that.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
It's called heavy metal.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
Just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Oh fuck, this is what we heard with the weird doorbell.
My mattress.
Oh, is it?
Hey, I mean, it's kind of this weird effect.
Speed!
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
Pain threshold 10.
I mean, we could just do it, though.
We could just do that.
Should I?
97?
Let's ask this.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference.
It actually makes a huge difference to me.
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
It was your girlfriend.
She's cracked. You got a preference?
Not really.
Oh. I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Took some convincing. It did take some convincing.
It did.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like, how the fuck do the rest of you get by?
I do it by asking questions.
Honestly, I don't know how.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
Flowers for Classy on there?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they were symbols of revolution.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Okay, so you didn't leave the Maybell.
No, I did not.
Did you like Lily?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here. I'm listening.
When Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
There's a secret way for the way of the roof.
Don't know it. But also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
To hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
It's great about her
antenna. It's
antenna.
very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
So there are no less than 3 radio experts in this game.
Yeah.
And neither of these two seem to be our extra merc.
The only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you sure you didn't shoot the merc?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar. And
where'd you get it?
the gun store.
What
Trigger
gun store?
Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like a
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
What kind of gun is it?
A Noctway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
So if it's normal issue, then no.
Yeah. Evidence.
Get through your lure.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Financial incentive.
To kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
You're threatening
Based
us
on what
with
I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Let's take a step back.
Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Alright.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened on Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
She seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super.
Okay.
But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
This woman has seen people OD. Claudia wasn't quite there yet. So why worry?
As you said, you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Call it
What?
Quickly.
No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Okay.
Okay.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her
Yeah,
idea?
In cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck.
She said that was your idea.
Then she dressed him while
Yeah.
I went to get the Hardy Boys.
She lied to you about that, too.
That's bad that she'd be so calm.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
But she killed Lily
As I
herself?
keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs.
Didn't have to be
No
a gunshot.
Nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
Her grip on the gun is tight, her arms toned, her posture solid. Martinez lost a valuable defender.
We already know the answers to those two questions, so
Yeah.
I say 6.
Just go for it.
Yeah, 97. Can't really get any better than that.
She's probably gonna shoot me, but whatever.
More
I'm
out of surprise than anything else.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It
You
still
okay, Kim?
hurts like hell, but
All good, officer. Be careful.
she looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
No!
No! Should we ask
What
her?
are you doing?
What are you
Problem
doing?
solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
We gotta
The
try.
only thing to do is roll. You have to try.
She's
Wow.
What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it?
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You're not cornered, I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
Oh yeah, we'll like rob it and stuff. Okay, don't worry.
You've seen us. We're a real kleptomaniac.
God, what a roll though.
$8 in tear.
$8.
Or 8 real in tear.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp.
Shiny flashlight on
Assorted
books.
soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
To the magazines.
Rhaegar Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm with Kim there.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller.
I'm
The
on the
journal
strap.
falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Kind of
Hard
logistics.
to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
How far back do they
The
go?
first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What'd she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
It's the most recent entry.
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, maybe it's because we
Didn't
didn't
catch her?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to
No, we're not doing that, Kim.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Could have been Titus. Then again,
No one heard the shot.
maybe there's a hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags.
That I agree with.
Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Alright, do you want to keep going? It's midnight.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see that. It feels like we're gonna get into some real.
At least that. Oh, that barrel.
Aha.
Druamine. 3 health.
3 health. Holy shit.
Because you might have lost quite a lot on that little scene. If
Yeah,
you,
I'm betting if you don't have good
if
pain
you-
threshold, that's like a really dire, precarious
It's
situation.
what do you want to bet that it checks for pain threshold every question you ask?
Or something. Yeah, that could be. And, it's
And
like
ours
every
is just
time
so high that it didn't matter.
And then, like, every time it fails, you just get fucking wrecked or whatever. But we are made of stern fucking stuff here.
What a roll, though, on rhetoric.
Holy shit. The one time rhetoric doesn't absolutely fuck us over.
Can't open the container. Can't stop that.
No. But maybe we can. We've been in this world for 4 days now. God, if we had to get a high success somewhere, though, I'm glad it was that roll.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was not prepared to...
Oh, I think you can turn the flashlight off now.
Fuck. Alright, we're at the church.
Closer to the church?
Sure.
Huh.
Alright, we'll go to the fishing village.
Try the fishing village.
Unless this is going to be you can't fast travel because you're going to get accosted on the way.
Possibly.
Like, this is going to be, hey, by the way, the military tribunal is right the fuck now.
What about from here?
No, that's...
Fast travel's not allowed. Okay,
that's worrying,
That tells
huh?
me that there's a cutscene in waiting in the wings.
Let's just be up and ready. Let's just be up and ready as... It's down this way, right?
Yeah, it's these tracks here.
Oh, yeah. Before we go to our deaths... Magnesium.
Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies.
What is our hat? I have a feeling our equipment could matter very soon.
Logic and perception.
Oh, that's
Logic
not
and
bad.
empathy might be better. The Sunny's on.
So, less logic. Well, those go here, so we can have still...
Feel the streets. On the streets of Jamrock, where your heart is buried.
Reaction speed, but less rhetoric? Or logic?
Change of hats might be prescient. Or just take that hat off.
Shame we didn't find the helmet. I have a feeling we're gonna wish that we had it here in a sec.
It's just
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger.
I agree.
What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon. Water streams down your pry bar. Or crowbar. Or pry bar. Call it what you will. It doesn't stand a chance against military-grade weaponry. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand.
Gun.
Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
Sure, I feel ready for balls ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Alright, we should save here.
Just in case we game over or something.
Yeah, or something really terrible happens.
Yeah. I mean, if something really terrible happens, but it's still interesting narratively, I say go for it. I think we've been right-handed.
I think Harry's a right-hander.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm. The polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand
recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was
Also,
out
I'm
in
feeling
January.
that, C.G. Hardy.
It was so long ago. This is your gun, yours, and by extension, the people's. but mostly yours. Now go and serve the people.
I'm all out of shits to give, Loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Oh boy. Oh, and that's okay. 3.
There are 3 of them?
That doesn't add up.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt.
Yes, quiet,
We
I'd
need
say.
to talk this through. All right?
In fact,
That's not great. That's terrible.
I'm here for the change in soundtrack to the soft guitar.
Yeah.
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Oh, but, well, I know whose side I'm on.
Say nothing.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander.
That's DePaul, so yeah.
I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
They see it that way.
They do.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
Rude?
Whoa.
Who the hell are you?
What the fuck?
Rude Hornclaven.
Fuck, there's the 3rd one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
We're out of time.
This is...
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
We really don't have a choice. This is what we're here to stop.
We're out of time.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
We can't walk away, right?
We gotta get in there.
Fuck, this is such a bad idea.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Look at my sunglasses. Tell me you don't feel something.
Pig, fuck!
Easy now, no one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No, they didn't. We know that.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Yes, yes. Just shoot him. I'm barely keeping you together.
Oh.
No time to talk. He will only rattle you.
I don't...
Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Okay. All things that we're not very good at.
Stand there quietly, hoping nothing bad happens.
Oh my god. I mean, this is my first idea, is...
They're not going to listen to that. They're not going to listen to 4 either. What are our chances on 5, 6, and 8?
28, and 3.
Ugh.
It could buy us seconds.
7 might buy us a second, yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left!
Oh, god damn it.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
For God's sake, tell him the Hardys didn't do it. Present a case.
Listen, they didn't do... Oh, this would give us...
Yeah? Who did that?
All 4 of those feel incorrect, but we don't have proof at all.
It's just, you know, someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
Was it Courtnair with his specialized gun?
It could be.
Or was it the third dude?
Well, this is the third dude, right? Because this is Right to Work.
That's
asshole.
Mr. Right to Work. That's
This
the
is
radio specialist. That
So-
third guy with the skull mask hasn't shown up at all yet.
Yeah. It was one of you is actually probably feels correct.
Okay.
Because it's not Gart.
It can't be Gart. They'll just shoot Gart.
One of us? You saying we? What if I just shot one of your pals here right now? How about the kid? Go ahead. Tell me we fucking killed our own colonel one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Think. Why doesn't he believe me? We can't say nothing, right?
If you can't retry it, then I say roll it.
Fuck!
Yes! All together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
He was shot. He wasn't hanged.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
No one else did.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hang was only a cover-up. Listen.
Fucking liars.
Oh no.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
I don't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does?
He kills?
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Oh. Could it be Rude's voice on the recording?
Yes.
Yes. So what?
Yeah? So what? You should be drunk too. It's insane how long it's been since your last drink. Get one in you right now.
Al Ghul is a trick!
Nah, I'm clear as day. Fucking government ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
This is timed.
Oh, we got it up! Got them arguing.
I guess.
What
What's 4?
Shoot.
Still 8? No. What about 2?
Worse. This is our best odds.
I guess.
International something. International law.
Don't say it. They don't care.
Don't say it. But now you stood there scratching your ass for 1.5 seconds. You think this helps things? Of course, nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
He doesn't seem stable at all.
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives.
You don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
Ugh.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
Oh, well.
I feel like trying that will definitely get things popping off.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Wild Plaza's not going to forgive you.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
Fucking waste this fuck!
We can't, right? We gotta give it a shot?
Two can't be the right answer, can it?
It can't. That basically puts it into Titus's hands, and I just don't think that's gonna get there.
I don't know. Shout out to Killing Mercs.
Oh, shit!
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft clicking sound in the armor.
Go ahead. Give it another try.
Didn't do anything?
Die!
Die! Uh-oh.
Kill him.
Kim, don't you fucking dare.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Kim, where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude.
Dodge? Blink?
Do we have time to blink? No.
I don't think so.
A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
I cannot be killed. I've become immortal.
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
God, please.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a
Oh,
puddle
no.
of blood behind
shit.
you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised
Impossible 20.
aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Look him in the eye.
Look him in the
A
eye.
look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must
Kim
distort
got
him
it.
somehow.
Oh, wow.
He is evil.
Wait, his shot got through that armor?
And
I guess.
here it comes. Death.
Do we give it the most... We can either that or let it happen. Now, the reason to do that, would dodging it cause collateral? I don't think so.
It'll hit someone else, I think. But I don't know.
I feel like we've been trying too hard to live to back down from a 3%.
But on the other hand, we can't retry this, and this opportunity won't appear again, so...
Yeah, but let it happen is letting it happen.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm worried about who was in front of us there.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
Through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background, you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound. It's Titus with a splat like meat.
No!
You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it. Warm blood pools underneath you. It's sticky, and there's so much of it. Don't go into shock. Hold on.
What parts are missing?
Most of what's down there.
Oh, God.
It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway.
You're bleeding out.
No one wants to party with me.
I lied? A white shadow that smells like apricots.
Stay with me.
Okay.
It said I have a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul?
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's
no,
pushing
Kim!
down on your wound.
Kim truly trusts you. No, Kim!
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the
That probably really hurts.
You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me get back in the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago.
Oh, it isn't supposed to be black?
Laid here.
Yeah, it's PC.
Forever. Keep falling.
No, this has always been...
Yeah, we got shot. I think it is.
Yeah, this cut to black seems logical and
Yeah, it
sensible.
said fall into total darkness.
Yeah.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs. And feeling saliva in his mouth.
drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Oh.
You're thirsty.
Oh.
Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world is still there. Sleep some more.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Red blurs, black. It's all...
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
Room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
Day 6.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
Tim, did you say sunrise?
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
My God, it's in great time.
Cops like it.
Is it
War today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Ouch.
Ouch.
That's right. Ouch, indeed.
The piss jacket.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the colonel, unsuccessfully. Then you threw your gun at him. A firefight ensued. As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged?
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Eugene.
Titus is
Yes.
dead?
You were bleeding out. I think you said something about your wife. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got a jump on me.
Is he dead?
Thank you. Although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
And the Major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
There is unveiled anger in his voice.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
I smoked one a day.
This is the one.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus.
That's...
All.
An absolute disaster.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
No lie.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
Yeah, that's what I
A
thought.
man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky.
They gave up.
Back to that shithole, he says.
Oh, maybe they didn't. Isn't that strange?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Okay.
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Station and who treated
I
me?
did.
Thank you. I didn't know you could do that.
No need.
Okay. Here!
Well, this is probably a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I guess.
Kim, I know we didn't do
Easy
it.
now.
But I think I deserved a detective and not an officer. Choices matter. Yeah. Playing, to be fair, we're also not somebody built to convince people of things. Our suggestion, even with it 2 points, is at 3. Rhetoric is hilarious. And reaction speed is also not ideal.
What could go up?
I mean, anything could go up. Pain threshold.
Authority?
Authority might be helpful.
Or empathy.
Empathy seems more interesting.
Or volition.
Or Inland Empire.
I feel like keeping your morale up sounds like it might be important recently, so maybe that, yeah.
The drive to keep going.
Yeah.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Fantastic. Let's rock.
He nods.
I'm just...
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
What happens now,
I
Kim?
honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her end. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
You've checked?
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
The goddamn footprints.
Fucking Maybell.
What?
This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
Goddamn footprints.
Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
Can't believe they're fucking useless. Just gonna say nothing.
There's a little pause. He says nothing as well.
You wanna think about solving
He
crimes?
arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins.
Solving
overhead.
crimes is almost impossible.
Solving crimes is super easy.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give
Yeah,
up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
Classy's room.
Yeah.
Why not?
Kim Gart just cleaned this room.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Well, that's a wrap for today, folks.
So, you know, it didn't go great.
No.
However, It could have been so much worse, huh?
Yeah.
Considering we had no... maybe I think we exhausted every rhetorical option before we tried rolling the fucking bones.
Yeah, we basically tried everything we could try.
But, like, our worst stats are encyclopedia and rhetoric and logic.
And
we can just
Vizcal.
look. And then also it's like reaction speed. It's pretty shit.
Yeah. They were all the things that we aren't good at.
Suggestion, if we didn't have... Suggestion actually would have been great if the thing that fucked us is the -2 suggestion from the Humpty Dumpty Tom Center. Which, wow. Good news is we might learn that we like the smoker from the balcony.
In 11 minutes.
In 11 minutes. So, that fucking sucks. Well, hopefully the people in town will not resent us too badly.
So, since we're past that bit...
because Joyce is gone?
Yeah, Joyce is gone.
Okay.
But also, I think I was spoiled on one other thing. Is that if your esprit de corps is bad, Kim can actually die in that scene.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, or a scene in this game. I don't know which.
I mean, that scene seems likely.
Yeah.
Since Joyce is gone, and maybe they'll tell us this, but the thing that I heard, and the question I didn't necessarily answer, but I think we got an answer to it in that scene, sort of, is...
The Pale.
The Pale is a
Yeah.
thing that surrounds the Isola, and apparently surrounds other Isolas that have been discovered. And she describes it as the negation of being. It is and says that if you go out far enough into it, that numbers stop working. Which is buck wild. And then the question that I didn't hear the full answer to, because they asked it, and I was like, we should hear this together. So I feel like this tells us was, how do we know / get to other Isolas if the Pale surrounds it?
Repeater stations.
Weird radios that compress the Pale, I guess.
Keep saying the numbers to make sure the numbers work.
Yeah, so it apparently you can push it out of the way enough to get through it, but that otherwise there is actually the end of the world around different parts of the world, which is bananas.
Which again chops up the kind of thing that the world of Disco Elysium is not fully explored.
Yeah.
They don't know what's out there.
Yeah. But fuck. So that was, was that a bad way for that to go? Yes.
It was pretty bad. Could be way worse.
it was
I
pretty
can't really
bad.
imagine what the perfect solution would be, except maybe that you solve the case before this even happens.
You convince them to, like, we'll give you more time.
Right.
They'll say, we'll back down for now. We don't, or they shoot each other or some shit. But that, like, okay, it's, we'll give you some time.
I was not expecting Rude Honkloven to show up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Scary bastard.
But I don't hate it from a narrative perspective of what happened.
No, it makes total sense.
Which is that the story got worse. This is the time...
Our Harry tried everything he could think of, and then it didn't work.
And our Harry, who, by God, has really been trying to work with what he's got, is not up to it.
No.
And fails. And now he's got one more chance to put his physical instrument to the test and maybe, just maybe, salvage something out of this. Feels appropriate narratively.
Yep.
Now, hopefully Twitch will load. And then we can send a raid. Is it the internet being
switch
slow?
down? We're not dropping frames.
We're not dropping frames. That's weird.
Maybe it's Twitch.
Maybe, but then also when I clicked on other things, it's not loading? Oh, wait. So that's weird.
Just a minor hiccup.
Yeah, it looks
there
like it was just a hiccup.
Weird.
Let's go with something pleasant.
Like Klonoa.
Like Klonoa.
I never played Klonoa.
Yeah. Neither have I. But thank y'all for coming out. I hope y'all enjoyed that very, very uplifting and not at all sad.
I can't say I enjoyed it, but it was certainly arresting.
Yeah. See y'all next time.
Bye.